Electric, huh? Vroom! What's up? Welcome back to Race 164. My name is Dan, and today we're taking a look at another brand new for 2025 Hot Wheels casting. This is the Cupra, or Cupra, I think it's Cupra E-Racer. I don't mean that it's an eraser that you can use to like wipe out your mistakes. It's an E-Racer, an electric race car. We'll take a detailed look at it, I'll give you my thoughts, and then we'll put it on the Speedway and find out if it's fast. All right, so this is a Hot Wheels mainline release, which means you never really know what you're gonna get as far as detail. Sometimes you get pretty good detail all around, sometimes you get almost none, and sometimes you get, you know, like a little bit of both. So here we got pretty good detail on the front. The headlights are part of the interior plastic, which means there's nice contrast there and they really stand out, so that's cool to see. There is, if I can get it to focus, there's a little emblem there on the front, some graphics on the hood, Cupra brand across the top of the windshield area. Nice paint job on the side, little Goodyear, another brand badge there, Goodyear #1. And the graphics are obviously an enlarged version of the logo. And this is a real car that has this actual paint job. So it's pretty cool. I like it when they model them after real cars. The roof has, you know, not a lot going on, but pretty good. The spoiler looks pretty nice, actually. A lot of the time, spoilers look kind of chunky. But this one, I don't know. I think this one looks pretty good. Nice big diffuser here at the bottom in plastic. And no detail as far as taillights or anything goes, but for a mainline Hot Wheels, that's not uncommon. The bottom, not a whole lot going on here, which some people care about. I personally don't. It could all just be flat plastic. I don't need to see exhaust pipes, you know, running the length. Mind you, this thing would be electric, so this is electric actually, so it wouldn't have exhaust pipes anyways. So for all I know, this could be a super accurate representation of the bottom of this car in real life, except it wouldn't say Hot Wheels or made in Malaysia, probably. So I like the look of this. I think it turned out pretty good for a Hot Wheels mainline. The detail here on the body kit here under the front bumper is in plastic, but it looks pretty good. I don't know if my camera's really doing it justice, but I think it looks pretty cool. And obviously I showed you the back diffuser already. One issue we may have here is clearance. My Speedway track is kind of bumpy, and the splitter here on the front might not have enough clearance to get over some of the bumps on my janky track here in the Freedom Shed. But hey, we're gonna find out. So I should point out also that this is a real car. I mentioned it a little bit already when I was talking about the paint job, but yeah, the Cupra E-Racer is an electric touring car made, you know, to compete in touring car type races. And while I'm more of a fan of internal combustion engines, I'm also a big fan of racing. And if electric vehicles means more racing, more accessible racing, then I'm all for it. All right, that's enough talking. Let's put this thing on the track. We'll see if it can finish a lap with the Pro Stock start gate. All right, here we go. Cupra E-Racer. Around turns 1 and 2. Around 3 and 4. Look at that. All right, I like it. We got us a contender here, completing a lap in the Pro Stock class. Out of pretty much all the new castings I've been testing, none of them have been able to finish a lap with that start gate. They need the steeper one. We call it Super Stock. And a bunch of these new things like the Dark Horse or the Cyberpunk Miata, the GTD Mustang, even the Oracle Red Bull Formula One car, and the square body Chevy, while they made for some good racing in the Super Stock class, they can't even finish a lap like this. So my hat goes off to you there, Cupra. Well done. That means for the second video in a row, we got to bust out the Pro Stock ladder and see if the Cupra can take out any of these cars. So first up, it's got to take on the RTR Boss 302 Mustang. and it's got to win from the outside lane if it wants to earn a spot on the ladder. All right, here we go. Mustang versus Cupra. Oh, close race, close race. The Mustang spins out on the backstretch after going door to door through turns 1 and 2. Let's take a look at that replay. I guess that electric motor gave the Cupra a quicker start, and it won the battle into turn 1, where they changed lanes. The Mustang tried to go high, and that was really well done. Like, that was a great race through 1 and 2. They were just barely beside each other at the exit of turn 2, and then the Mustang lost control, spun out, and unfortunately, because this is one of my favorite Hot Wheels castings, the RTR Mustang has fallen off the Pro Stock ladder by the hands of an electric touring car. What? That's not right. Come on. So it has earned a spot on the bracket. Something else I'd like to mention, they got the overall shape of the headlights pretty good, but this car has a very recognizable futuristic sort of headlight look, and they showcased it pretty well on the card. You can see it's like it kind of wraps around itself and then folds back in very aggressively and jaggedly in like a weird triangular, almost spiral kind of a pattern. It's really recognizable and pretty cool looking, really. It's definitely something that identifies the car, like makes the car super recognizable. I've seen it now on a few thumbnails, like the real world car. I mean, I've seen the real race cars in some thumbnails, and as soon as you see that headlight, you're like, oh, that's the Cupra E-Racer, right on. So it would have been pretty cool to get that kind of headlight. I do like it when they make the headlights out of the plastic instead of just part of the metal casting. But I think in this case, I would have preferred them to just leave it metal. And then since they have a tampo going on the hood area anyway, they could just do the headlights like that. Sort of like how they did the Mustang Dark Horse. Like they got this nice bright white tampo on there, and it looks really good. Like when this car, even when this car is on the track, the headlights really pop. This is it's one of the better, as far as details go, this Dark Horse Mustang is one of the best Hot Wheels main lines that you can find right now. So that's one thing I probably would have, liked to do different. I would have done a little differently. And it's kind of neat how, like, if you look at the logo, the Cupra logo, that headlight pattern kind of plays into that logo shape, which is kind of cool. So that's the only thing. I mean, obviously there's no detail on the back at all already, which would be nice to see, but apparently we can't expect that all the time from the Hot Wheels mainline releases. So all in all, pretty good looking ride. And as it turns out, pretty quick on the racetrack too. And next, it's got to take on 007 to try and claim third place. Here we go, 007 versus the Cupra. Aston Martin leads through turn 1 and 2, but it's not over yet. And now it is. 007 takes the win. He defends his third place on the Pro Stock bracket. The Cupra will slide into fourth. And now we have yet another episode of the 007 Aston Martin versus Sawyer's purple Lamborghini Veneno. Possibly one of the most entertaining, longest running rivalries on the channel. As pointed out by Broke Benny, formerly of Rough Diamond Racing. Actually, let's talk about that for just a sec. My good friend, Broke Benny, through a series of unfortunate events, lost his channel, Rough Diamond Racing. So if you were a subscriber of Rough Diamond Racing, you're probably wondering, why is there no new videos? It's because he had to start over. So he's called the Diecast Shepherd now. So whether or not you were subscribed to Rough Diamond Racing, do me a solid and go subscribe to the Diecast Shepherd. Benny was the one who last time pointed out the growing significance of this Sawyer versus 007 rivalry. And I'll put a link to his brand new channel in the description below. All right, here they come. The Lamborghini leads through 1 and 2. Oh, 007, something happened on the backstretch. lost a bunch of speed, and he's actually laying on his side over here in turn 3 and 4. So the purple Lamborghini holds serve there in second place. 007 will stay in third. And yet again, the Lamborghini is going to challenge the Superbird for the top spot. 2024 Father's Day Showdown champion, Justin Roberts. So far, staying in top form throughout the year. Getting ready to, very soon, attempt to defend his title in the 2025 Father's Day Showdown. Coming to you soon-ish here on this channel. Probably this month, I think we're gonna start, maybe. Probably, I think. All right, here we go. Can you do it this time? Sawyer versus Justin. Oh, nope. Justin gets it done. Clean race from Sawyer. The Superbird is just too fast once again. Nice race out of the purple Lamborghini. It's looking pretty solid there in second place, but I have yet to find the stock Hot Wheels casting that can touch the Superbird here on the Speedway. It's the one. So that's how the Pro Stock bracket looks. Once again, Justin Roberts is at the top. Sawyer is in second in the purple Lamborghini. 007 is in third, and the brand new Cupra E-Racer takes the fourth spot, away from the RTR Boss 302, one of my favorite cars ever. So it's a bit of a shame we're not going to see it racing here, at least for a while. Maybe I'll make it a modified. I don't know. It's just too good looking to not be on the channel every once in a while. But today it lost fair and square to the electric touring car, the Cupra E-Racer. This little electric car shocked me, pun intended. It didn't actually shock me in the opening, that was a joke. But looking at it, I did not think it was going to be that fast. So I was shocked when it qualified for Pro Stock, and then I was even more shocked when it took out that Mustang. So if you're looking for something new and unique that is probably going to be quick on your racetrack, try out the Cupra E-Racer. That's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, Jesus loves you and so do I, and I'll see you next time right here on Race 164. Vroom!